Hey, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses. Mwah. That was a long one, huh? Mwah. Well, let's get started with this intro, baby. We got some good clips. And here we go.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus, yeah. Celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Tune in on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Come join us on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Join us on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Yeah.
But guess what? This is Peachy Tea Time. On Peachy Tea Time, we cover the black community. I don't give a damn what they do. If it interests me, I'm showing y'all. I'm showing y'all flat out.
Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
All right, we're back, baby. We are back. Let me get my mic together. All right, y'all. We're finna go ahead and run through these clips. You already know this is a pre-recorded video. I just finished the show up tonight. So if you guys missed the show tonight, tomorrow it will be yesterday. So if you missed it, please make sure you go back and see it. It was about this little guy, this little fella. Izzy, rest in peace to Izzy. Izzy drowned under the hands of his instructor, swimming instructor, and they arrested her. Not right away, but they did arrest her eventually. I think it was like 5 or 6 months later, and she bonded right out the very next day. So hopefully, when they go to trial, she'll be able to be charged and everything, and she gets some time. Hopefully, we pray. But make sure y'all go check that video out. Now, tonight, okay? Tonight we are talking about, I name my own clips. So tonight we are talking about his friend killed him. Po grandma. And daughter, daddy, plus one is gone. So that's how we're gonna do tonight. So let's get started, okay? Let's get started. Here we go.
Wants Atlanta police to charge the man who shot and killed their loved one Saturday night. Thanks so much for joining us today for Fox 5 News at 4. I'm Christine Spiro. Police say that shooting happened in the garage of an upscale Buckhead apartment building. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us live from Zone 2 in Buckhead with the latest. And Angelique, family members say the victim knew his killer.
That's absolutely right, Christine. This family is just devastated. They say the man who pulled the trigger was a friend of Darren Wooten's, and they say no matter what the circumstances, a friend should have never shot a friend.
I'm numb right now.
Mom Marlena Perry says she was shocked to know someone shot and killed her 25-year-old son, Darren Wooten, at his Buckhead apartment Saturday around 6 o'clock. She says she was even more disturbed when police told her who they suspected fired the fatal shot.
But never did I imagine it was somebody like he really, really knew or had been in my house.
In fact, Ms. Perry says the young man was a good friend of Darren's. Atlanta police say the men got into an argument at Darren's Buckhead apartment. The family says shots rang out in the parking garage.
Like, this guy was just at my house, like, spent the night. Auntie.
Ms. Perry says no matter what the circumstances were, she feels betrayed.
You don't call somebody a friend. You're going to have disagreements. You're going to have arguments. You're going to have, situations. It's just never to the point that you pull out a gun.
Atlanta police tell Fox 5 they are still investigating and talking to the man who fired the shots. But this mother of 3 wants the so-called friend charged.
Someone has to pay. I mean, it wasn't like he was shot. It wasn't like it was multiple shots fired. It was 2 shots fired, and my son got those 2 shots.
Now, Ms. Perry concedes that her son likely did have a gun, but she points out he never fired. We are live in Buckhead. Angelique Proctor.
I need to know exactly what the shooter told them. Or what he gonna tell them when they find them, rather. Because somebody need to be charged, like she said. Somebody need to be charged for her son's death. Y'all need to find him, get that little boy up in there, get him off the streets. Whatever y'all gotta do. But do not sweep it under the rug. Do not sweep it under the rug, okay? So, y'all look at my nails. You can't see them. I done went and got my nails done today. I told y'all I was going to have them done by Wednesday. So I went and got my nails done today. By the time he did the 3rd one, I was like, oh my gosh, no one's going to be able to see them. My nails are green and yellow. And they are so pretty. But being that I use a green screen, y'all can't see my nails. You can't see them. But they cute though, babe. They cute. I tell you that much, they cute. I know y'all see me getting a little teary-eyed. Oh, I'm not crying. I just yawned. I yawned. And I didn't change my shirt. I was like, you know what? We're going to keep rocking. My t-shirt. This is Tamarie. My friend Tiffany. Tiffany was on the show last night. Tonight. But when y'all see this, it'll be last night. But she was on the show. You got to make sure you go watch the show. I'm not even going to tell y'all no more about it. But you got to make sure you watch it. All right, let's get into this next clip. Po Grandma, that's all I'm going to say. Y'all, that ain't all I'm going to say. Y'all, when y'all mamas and y'all grandmas get old, please, please, please make sure that they have a representative in the family for them to make decisions and stuff. Because somebody needs to be there for these elder people. So here we go, and you'll see why.
Well, her husband took care of all the business. She says she didn't know what to do, didn't know what she was signing. All she knew is that she may have made a huge mistake.
I feel like a fool.
This is Juliet. Hey, Mo. And this is a guy Juliet claims fooled her into signing away her home. Did you trick her out of her house?
No, not at all.
His name is attorney Mohsen Eid, and this is his deed. So do you feel like this Mohsen guy took advantage of you?
Yes, because he didn't tell me what I was signing.
You had her quit claim a deed for $10,000 for that house. You know that house is worth a lot more than that.
Of course.
This is Juliet's house in Canton. She's lived here for 28 years, but last year, Juliet's husband died. Realtor Cooper Brown.
Typically in these instances, we're going to find that the husband's the sole provider, and when they pass away, a lot of these elderly women are stuck in a very difficult situation and don't know how to get out, such as foreclosure.
Juliet's house has equity. Cooper and her agent partner, Armin Sharigian, told her she could sell her home, make tens of thousands of dollars, and move in with her sister.
Yeah, I gotta move with my sister. She's alone. Her husband died too.
On August 26th, with Juliet's daughter present, they entered into an agreement to list the house for sale. The asking price, $375,000.
It was on the market for 2 months. We ended up getting the buyer's contract all signed and completed, and I had a feeling I had to get a second pre-title work done on the home. They found the quitclaim deed owned by Reunion Properties.
So what happened? About a week after listing her home with Cooper and Armin, Juliet says Mo Eid just came to her door. Did he say his name was Mohsin, or what did he say?
I really can't remember. I don't even think he told me his name.
He just came in and acted like, hi, I'm going to help you?
Yes.
Friendly? Did he say I'm a lawyer?
No, he didn't say he was a lawyer.
What did he say he was?
He said he was a real estate.
You thought he was a real estate guy?
Yes.
This man, Mohsin, offered her $2,000 on the spot, which Juliet needed. All she had to do was sign these papers, which Mohsin didn't even bother to type up. Did you know you were signing away your house when you did that?
No, I didn't know.
Do you feel like this guy tricked you?
Yes, I think he did.
She was so tricked. When the realtors told her they had a buyer for her house for more than $300,000, Juliet celebrated, not understanding what she'd done by signing that deed.
To make me sad, and I should have known better.
Armin filed a report with the Canton police against Mohsin Eid alleging fraud. The cops took the report but said it was a civil matter. So the realtors filed a civil motion. But so far, the Eid deed is holding up. So who is Mo Eid? He used to be known as Mohsin Mansour, but he had his name changed in 2015 to Mohsin Eid. It appears he was going through divorce proceedings with his wife, Dalal Mansour.
Baby, these folks can't be trusted out here, y'all. Everybody's scamming. You done scammed this woman out of her house, her whole house that she done been in for 28 years. Did y'all understand? This woman had a buyer for $300,000. But this woman had already sold her house for $2,000 and didn't know what she was signing. Let's get into part 2.
Who also changed her name to Eid. Then they went through divorce proceedings again in 2018. Mo lives in this house in Dearborn Heights and drives cars registered to Dalal Eid. And Reunion Properties, the company he named in the quitclaim deed, has Dalal Eid as the registered agent. Mo's law office, a UPS drop box. Reunion Properties offices, a different UPS drop box, and this building with no sign where no one would answer the door. Someone calls the cops on me whenever I go by Mo's house, so I guess I gotta catch the guy at Walmart. Don't blink, there he goes. Rob Waltrip from Fox 2, can I talk to you for a minute?
Regarding?
A lady named Juliet Long and her house.
Excuse me?
Juliet Long, isn't this a quitclaim deed that you wrote up for her?
Unfortunately, I'm in a hurry.
Yeah, busy guy. Remember, he was in such a rush, he didn't even have time to type up the deed, nor find witnesses, or it appears, even bother to get it notarized.
I was doing a transaction for my client, not for me.
So just exactly, who is this client? Isn't that your wife's company?
No.
Whose company is that?
Reunion Property.
And who's the owner of that company?
You can look it up. I'm sure you can find it.
Yeah, it appears to be your wife,
like I
Dalal,
said,
right?
No, I'm sorry, it's not.
Well, according to this paperwork, it is. Right on the sale agreement, it's signed Dalal Eid, sole member of Reunion Properties. I don't know if that's his wife or ex-wife, but he is loading groceries into Dalal Eid's expedition. Reunion Properties was going to charge Juliet rent if she wanted to stay in the house.
I sat with her in the afternoon, went and prepared the documents and came back, and she signed them freely and voluntarily, negotiated the lease that she wanted to stay. Mm-hmm. She specifically addressed those points, and that's why I had her initial them, because I thought if anyone questioned, like it is obviously now, they would see, just like the judge just recently ruled, that all her complaint and allegations that she made in that complaint are inconsistent with her initials next to the documents that she wrote.
But did she know what she was?
Absolutely.
And what proof do you have that she knew? Was there anybody there?
I
Was
talked
there
to her
daughter there? Nope, just Mo and Juliet. who says she didn't even know what she was signing. She already had the home listed. She
No, she
already
did
signed
not.
with a realtor.
That's not true.
Looks true. Here's the agreement the realtors have with Julia, typed out even, and it's signed days before Mo's agreement. The agreement that had Julia give up her interest in the house for $10,000, of which she claims she only got $2,000.
I was so upset that day. Everything was going wrong.
A vulnerable 81-year-old lady alone on a bad day. How long did you give her to make this decision?
She had a few hours.
A few hours to give up a house she's lived in for 28 years.
He ought to be ashamed. I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I was doing something so I could save my house.
Hey, Mo, you're in the Hall of Shame.
He going to hell with gasoline draws on. He is on his way, y'all. Like, oh my gosh. You gave her a few hours to make this decision to sell her house for $10,000, which she only received $2,000 of it. You didn't even pay all the money. You didn't even pay all the money. And then gonna turn around. This is what you call cold. This is what you call ice cold. Okay? You turn around after you done sold the house. I mean, you done bought the house from her. You turn around and tell her, you can stay. No, you ain't got to pack all this stuff up. You can stay. You just going to have to pay rent. Baby, 28 years she been in this house. 28 years. And now she finna pay you some rent. And she could have had the house sold for $300,000. God don't like ugly. I would sure love to follow him. Because, baby, he going down, and I sure want to see it. I want to see it. It's going to be just a matter of time, y'all. A matter of time. He going to be sitting off on somebody's curb or under somebody's bridge, wondering where did he go wrong. And I would have been right there to remind him. Remember how you did that 81-year-old woman? How you stole from her? Because that's basically what he did. He stole. Everything is allegedly on Peachy. Thought I'd say that. Okay, y'all. Here go the last clip. Here we go.
This is very difficult. These are our neighbors. They're residents of New Orleans.
Well, neighbors in Gentilly, they are reacting to the identities of 3 people whose bodies were found decomposed inside a home.
The youngest victim, only 14 years old. WDSU reporter Shay O'Connor live outside the home on Gentilly Boulevard and Diabete Street. All new at 10. Shay, you spoke with the young girl's mother.
That's absolutely correct, Gita and Sella. And I just wanted to show you all where neighbors have actually placed some flowers outside of the home in memory of all 3 victims. Now, the coroner did confirm today that the 14-year-old, her dad and uncle all died after being shot, but the teen and her dad's names were actually just released today.
I need answers. I need to, what happened. Like, who could be... How could you do that to a girl?
A mother is hoping for answers. This after learning her teenage daughter was one of 3 bodies found inside a home here along Gentilly Boulevard on January 3rd. The Orleans Parish coroner confirms 14-year-old Ivana Jackson, her dad, Woolman Jackson, and Uncle Alonzo Jackson were all shot and killed. It took so long to positively identify them because police say their bodies were so badly decomposed. Amber Lindsay says her late daughter was very close to her father, who had sole custody.
The last time I talked to them, she was doing good, and he was telling me about how the hurricane had just hit and how he was trying to, pick up the pieces and stuff from that.
Neighbors who knew the Jacksons say they were a part of their community and will be missed.
That's terrible. I'd like to know who did it.
When we have a young lady, 14 years old, dead by a gunshot, that's just really hard to take. New Orleans City Councilman Eugene Green, who oversees the area, says he's been working diligently with fellow council members for ways to tackle crime. Still, with every new murder, he tells me he is disheartened.
At the same time that we had our crime meeting, there was a murder that took place at the corner of Martin Luther King and Reverend John Raphael. There is never a reason that is justifiable for committing this type of activity.
Amber says she'll just have to cherish the memories she has of her daughter and her daughter's father in hopes that there'll be justice soon.
I would give my life to have her back right now. I would give me a home.
All right, y'all. That was so sad. A lot of women try to keep their babies close to them. You know, they try to keep them close to them. We don't know what the circumstances in this situation, you know, as far as why she was living with her dad. But that's just heartbreaking. Totally, totally heartbreaking that someone would actually come and take this baby's life. Somebody that had nothing to do with nothing. She ain't had nothing to do with nothing. You know, if you decided that you want to take her daddy's life, she was going to have to live with that for the rest of her life. You know, somebody that took her father's life right in front of her. And she had to have been very close if she was living with him. So, my heart goes out to this family, this mother. That's a hard pill to swallow, I'm sure. A hard pill to swallow. So, yeah, that includes our My Peachy Thoughts, which airs every Tuesday and Thursday, 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time. All right. I love you guys. And I will see you on Friday with me and my husband, Pule the Barbara. Check y'all out on Friday. Okay. So make sure y'all tune in. I'm out of here. Thanks again for all the support, all the love. And yes, oh yes, you got to listen to my babies. Here they go. Bye.